From DreamWorks Animation comes the new film Madagascar, which created a bright new exotic world and pushed the technology boundaries of 3D animated movies.
We knew early on that we wanted to make this a cartoony, more graphic and stylized world. We built it all like a regular world, and then we threw all the lines off kilter.
We called it a whack factor. You know, there's too much whack factor on that building. The stylization captured New York and felt like an epic metropolitan city.
For Madagascar, we really wanted to give this idea that these were New Yorkers that were outside of their element.
Marty! Ah! Oh! Melman! Gloria!
Henry Rousseau was a French painter who actually never went to the jungle. He'd go to the botanical gardens in France and get ideas. This kind of almost childlike, naive vision for what a tropical jungle would be became our inspiration for Madagascar.
But as story developed and characters developed, it made more sense to us that the film take on a more homogeneous look. And the style of our characters began to influence the style of our jungle, which wasn't a huge leap because we're still working in a very graphic way.
The look is incredible. It's so bright, and especially when they get to Madagascar, it's like amazing. And the Central Park Zoo is so accurate, too, because I take my kids there all the time.
It was great contrast, you know, between New York and Madagascar, which is just full of life and color and natural beauty and otherworldly beauty as well.
Ad-lib, improvise, on the fly, boom, 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 make it fresh.
From the outset, we said we wanted this to be a funny, physical film, you know, from an animation point of view.
The principles of squash and stretch and really taking animation to an extreme have been around for decades.
The influences were, of course, Tex Avery and Bob Clampett and Chuck Jones as well.
With the computer, sometimes doing those kinds of things that are so simple when you draw it actually can be a complicated technical procedure. To do that kind of work, we have to be thinking of it ahead of time so that we can set up these puppets, is sort of what they are, these virtual puppets, so that they have that kind of a flexibility.
Really expressive, you know, crazy faces that are really malleable, that aren't locked to a skull and, you know, just muscles moving over skull. We're actually changing the shape of the skulls, and we kind of threw away a lot of the anatomy, the muscles and things so that we could stretch and elongate our characters' arms and squash their torsos down when they need to get physical.
And what that then allows us to do is to really get some really fun snap and action in the animation that we hope is kind of pushing the boundary for computer animation, that we can provide something here that nobody has really ever seen before.
You didn't see anything, right?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. No, sir.